Hello and welcome to the Hunt, Banish, Extract podcast, the podcast that steals other podcasts for its shameless content. I am your host, the Drunken Bard, aka DJ, and with me is only one of my beautiful co-hosts, First Chair, Sleepy Weasel, aka Tyler.
Right here, baby.
Because we've got a very special episode. They already announced it in their show. I'm pretty sure you've probably already heard it because we have a very similar audience. We have the two hosts of Hunt Lowdown. Firstly, there is Baldur.
Hello, that's my cue. Nailed it.
Nailed it. And secondly, there is Drake.
Hey, how you doing?
So hopefully you caught their episode already. If you did not, get to it. They've finally posted. They're alive, guys.
We're alive. Hello.
It's scheduling awful.
I was gonna say it sounds like just life kind of got in the way. So
It's been getting in the way for the last year.
yeah,
Yeah, it's every time it calms down for one of us, the one's like, "Hey." So
I kind of can.
anyway,
Yeah.
But at the very least, they're going to try and be more consistent. They might try solo episodes. So look forward to that in the near future. You're going to have more Hunt content.
Still trying to think of what to call it. Mini episode, mini cast, mini. I don't
what's
know.
the ones that have been thrown around that I kind of like are Hunt Solo Down and then Hunt Lowdown, but then tacking on like duos or trios or solo.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, I think Rat
Because Rat's a legend. So
That's a G. That's why he's now a beautiful co-host.
those are actually good ideas, though. Like, I do like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The man may be a meme machine, but he's got some wise words behind those puns.
The solo down is pretty good. I like that.
But yeah, just in case you haven't got it already, I'll make it easier for you. I'll put Hunt Lowdown's link tree in our description. And I finally made a link tree. If you want it to be easier to find us, join our Discord, whatever you wish. You can find it in the description of this episode and in the description of our Spotify podcast. So
I went and looked at it. It was beautiful.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
So
Jenny.
kind. But a brief thing that I just want to go over just to get your guys' opinions and whatnot. What is your favorite map in Hunt Showdown? This ties into our recent polls and our audience questions.
Oh God.
Because there's Stillwater Bayou, Lawson Delta, and DeSalle.
So I started playing like after the two maps were kind of established. Really, which one's Lawson and which one's Stillwater?
Lawson's got the train station. Stillwater's got Scupper Lake. That's easy.
I think I prefer Lawson. I really like Lawson Station and Fort Kamek, and Sweetbow's pretty good.
Yeah, that was actually my answer as well.
Oh yeah. So 2 for
that's
Lawson.
tough. That's real
Go
tough. Ahead. I kind of like all of them.
I agree.
That's really tough.
I do pick Lawson though. It's mostly
You
for the
pick
fact that there's so many good places.
I think Stillwater, honestly.
Damn.
Stillwater.
Oh, damn.
Contrarian.
Yes, Stillwater. It's got Blanket. I know
Well,
that's not
that-
how it's said, but
Oh, Blanket
that's
is good.
I love Blanket.
That really adds to my next point, which is hilarious because I was afraid of this. Where the hell are you DeSalle stands that keep bitching about how great Upper and Lower DeSalle is and all the places in DeSalle? We got 0 votes on our poll for DeSalle.
Okay, to be fair, those are two of my very favorite places to fight at. But you asked about the map, not about the.
To be fair,
I'm just saying.
I prefer DeSalle over Stillwater.
Fair. But yeah, we got a 50-50 split of 3 votes each, which is just too funny to me because there's so many people that talk about how good DeSalle is. I'm not saying DeSalle is bad. I'm merely saying it's hilarious that it doesn't reflect even in our audience poll, which it's a small audience, granted, but it's something.
One thing I hate about DeSalle is I swear to God, we always get it when it's like, you need to kill water devils, and there's like no water there.
Everywhere you look.
Much less water, yeah.
But I do like that map a lot.
If you take Mariner, you're playing DeSalle. If you take a Snickers, then you're playing like Stillwater with
fog
or something.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yep, exactly.
But since I got our audience poll over with. I'm just going to quickly get the 2 comments that everybody left because Ghoulish Groom 666, which wow, that's one hell of a name, buddy. but I asked what balance changes would you make to hunt? Of course, both of them were fairly interesting. Ghoulish Groom said, I'm obsessed with getting kills with the Winfield Talon's heavy melee attack, so I'd probably shorten the wind-up time just to clap some additional cheeks. And I mean, I guess fair, but at this rate, most melee weapons are out of control. Sure, why don't we just make them weapon melees good too? At this point, and then
my thing with that is I'd be chill with it because it's like bayonets are fine right now, and it's not gonna even if they quicken it, if it's equivalent to a bayonet, I think that's fine.
Even if it's like a
because you have less distance with it, so I don't
right.
Like I think they'd have to try to make it busted, and then I don't think that's happening.
Right, even a half-second windup on the windup might make a good difference. And then, of course, a good friend of both of these podcasts had something very interesting to say. Element, you son of a bitch. Give me a dodge roll so I can cosplay as a Dark Souls character with a katana and a bow. And I reject your fucking dodge roll, you asshole.
I feel like that'd be very tonally consistent, right? Can you imagine just spec sniping and looking at somebody and you just see 2 people dodge rolling against each other with katanas?
I would leave. I would just run to the exit.
I would just turn and leave, yeah.
Enough of this.
Because, of course, Element would come up with something like that. But everybody, thank you for participating in the polls. And anybody who bothered leaving a comment, Ghoulish, thank you. Element, think about what you just said. Okay.
But thank you.
Timeout.
You're
on
timeout. But you're on timeout, exactly. All right. But the first biggest... Oh, wait, sorry. Hang on. Yeah. The next subject is going to be the most polarizing in the whole community. I haven't seen it go away, which is surprising. And it's something I didn't get to touch on because I was in the basement. I was locked up. I had to improve my KD. I had to play some Hunt Showdown before the boys would let me out. I finally made it. I finally did some work. But now I can give my opinion now that they've allowed me back on the podcast. The custom ammo... The biggest problems that I have with custom ammo are definitely with guns that I feel are a little too powerful in the first place, and the specific types they give. Dulce FMJ, it just gives the range that they nerfed it back from forever ago back to the gun with more damage over a range. And Centennial, I think high velocity was a mistake considering that gun has the highest velocity in most guns base.
It beats most Spitzer, if that.
Yeah, Dum maybe.
No, isn't it 600, which is the same as long ammo? Which is still really, really good. But
it's insane, yeah.
It's 800 and... Is it 850 or 800?
He means base.
Are you saying the high velocity Spitzer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I believe that's accurate. I'm not sure.
I think the Lavelle is the only one that is
beat. The point where it's 800, and at that point you're like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I personally think that different guns could have received different custom ammos. Custom ammo is already a bit of a shakeup in my eyes in the first place. I'll go further into that, but I kind of wondering, where do you guys really stand with custom ammo? Like Ty specifically, you start. How do you feel? Do you feel like this is all good?
I think some of it's good, some of it's pretty bad though. Just like with the Centennial, I'm a Centennial enthusiast. It's like my favorite rifle, and having said that, giving it high velocity was highly unnecessary. They already gave it Dum Dum, which was also highly unnecessary. And you'd think I'd be like over the moon about it, but I'm not. I think it's a bad idea.
Can I? Because I haven't played much Centennial high velocity unless it's with the sniper. Is there a point in it?
Yes, up to 180 meters, which I mean, don't necessarily discount that because that is an incredible range and it has a sniper scope attached.
Yeah, and you're still gonna, if you get a headshot, it's still gonna kill. So
yeah, it's almost 2 compounds.
I mean, non-sniper. Like, do you think it's worth it? Because I almost feel like it being Uwu at that point to downgrade. Like, I'd prefer just to be able to restock easier and not worry about counting my shots as intensely.
It's more hit scan. So I mean,
yeah, less lead.
But like 600's kind of hit scan in a compound.
Oh, definitely.
A little bit.
But that's what.
Oh, absolutely. That's why it doesn't need the velocity.
Right.
But how many? In defense of that, how many people are realistically always sniping Spitzer at 300 meters? Almost none.
Not unless you play with me.
My noggin would beg to differ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, that's just my first thought, because I definitely think high velocity. I agree with Baldor. I do think it's maybe not the most powerful thing in the world, but it certainly wasn't deserved either.
No, it's not the most powerful thing. It's just one thing that adds.
I think FMJ would have made more sense.
I think FMJ. I think if we're gonna go that one, I think it's FMJ or bleed is the issue. I think FMJ is fine because
FMJ
it's
is fine
because it's just a weird long ammo rifle then, and then
right.
But the bleed, I have thoughts on bleed.
Yeah, it's
124 damage with one bleed.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It does the one tap with if you've been downed. It does. It's still got a good monster velocity because it's so ridiculously high. At the base, so it's like it offsets a lot of the downsides of playing a medium ammo gun.
I definitely think that a lot of the guns that could use custom ammo don't necessarily get it, and I definitely think that they're focused. It's like I keep bringing this damn game into this game, but the League of Legends effect, where popularity rules, and I don't like that because it rules in skins too, which I like to try to play everything, and I would like a skin on most things that deserve it better. But at the same time, popularity rules on guns that are the most meta is also a problem. And I know Centennial takes the cake over Vetterly, overshadowing it because of velocity, which is surprising because you'd think damage would take merit, but it doesn't.
And then you have the Vetterly that has way more skins than the Centennial.
Do you think? Because we had the bit originally when the Centennial first came out, and it's just kind of trash, right?
It's not though.
Yeah.
No.
When it first came out.
When it first came out.
Okay.
And then they corrected, and then they're like, "Oh, let's up the muzzle velocity. Let's give it bleed ammo." And now it's suddenly like, okay, like this is pretty close to Vetterly Plus now. And
now it just eclipses it.
I think that might be the bigger hit on things. It's not necessarily custom ammo. It's that they do these really big shifts in how they balance things, and then they just kind of leave it for a couple months here, like the duration of the event. And it's like, if you're gonna do these, maybe do it faster.
Well, so that kind of goes in with what DJ was saying about the Dolch, how now it's basically back to where it was before they nerfed it, but better because of the damage buff from range with full metal. It's just like they're creating problem. They're like trying to fix a problem that's not there, and it just creates more problems. And then they try to fix those problems by changing other things. And it's just like, why are you changing or creating problems? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's balancing. Obviously, is not an easy thing to do. But,
yes.
Well, and that's the biggest problem with special ammo guns getting special ammo. What's the fucking point?
Yeah, those guns are pretty solid. I'm a Dolch enthusiast as well, so
best pistol in the game. Don't care.
Bad.
I love the Dolch. No, the Dolch is amazing.
I mean, for $690 hunt dollars, I would hope it's good.
Yeah,
right.
It's freaking battery.
I am not a fan of. I mean, I like the Dolch just fine. The Dolch is a feels bad gun where like a lot of time, anytime you die to it, it's gonna feels bad, and then when you die with it, it's gonna be like, oh, that's my expensive gun gone.
That's the way hunt should feel.
Yeah. So what you're saying is that like you'd like the Dolch, but you'd rather just take another pistol. So.
Yes, I do fully agree that. Because I actually meant to bring this up last podcast, that it freaking drives me absolutely bonkers that they finally got it in a pretty healthy place, and then they went FMJ
and gave it FMJ.
Again, they're again, they're just trying to fix other issues by changing things, and now it's just creating a lot more issues in the long run. So
yes.
Well, and one thing that really surprised me, like I was saying, with the Vetterly being overshadowed by the Centennial, I mean, it only doesn't apply with the silenced Vetterly and the Vetterly Cyclone, because that one's insane, especially if you can hit those 4 shots.
Yes.
I think it's trash.
Opinion I have about
if you miss them though, like me, it's fine.
I like it a lot. But personally, one thought I had about custom ammo that the one problem I have with it is I think the highest, the ones that are the highest tier are the high velocity and the FMJ, and I guess the Spitzer. You got to include that since it's technically custom. Most shotgun customs are kind of memey, especially penny shot.
Say which 2 you think are again?
The 2 that are the most S tier to me are the high velocity and the FMJ.
That's all I use. So
and
a certain Dum Dum I think would be up there too.
I'm not saying Dum Dum's bad.
Dum Dum would be S tier.
I'm just saying like yes, especially since I mean if you gave it to the Vetterly, that'd be great too.
Dum Dum, like I would say Dum Dum on like the Centennial or beats out like a lot of high velocity ones.
Well, the kind of thing that I was kind of thinking is what I wish they would have done is they would have kept the bleed, poison, fire rounds as the custom ammo and left penetration rounds out so that regular rounds didn't feel so bad, because I can't recall the last time that I've seen a serious lobby where custom ammo wasn't immediately taken, and it was always one of the 2, FMJ, high velocity. Almost always. Or Spitzer if they're long ammo.
Lately, especially.
You know? And I think custom ammo
and FMJ.
Yeah, and if they didn't have wall penetrating rounds that were custom, it would make them much more niche. Of course, we can't undo what's done, but that's my thought.
Do you feel like they should undo the damage drop off buff to FMJ?
Damage drop off. You mean
so you get that's part of the reason why FMJ is good, because you have a better damage drop off.
That's fair.
And
I don't think so.
Before that, when it was initially just that, it was kind of trash and nobody played it.
I kind of disagree with that, because wall penetration is especially important. Like Weasel, he loves wall bangs.
But you also do an Uwu then and having slower bullets. So like there's much more of a downside where like when I play FMJ, 90% of the time is for the better damage fall off.
I agree, and I think that's
for range.
Would play it. In Hunt's current state, I would definitely say don't take it away. Otherwise, I don't want that to be a meme type loadout at all. Otherwise, why have it at all? That's, like I said, the biggest problem with penny shot, especially where they're introducing melee weapons that make bosses a fucking joke. Katana, cough. But that's assuming you build a loadout around it.
It feels like the penny shot is the Gomero custom ammo of, if you want to kill a boss, take it as half your slot. And that's about it.
Exactly.
One argument I have, Kaiser loves to conflict me. I love you, buddy. But is you can free up taking a stamina shot because of that, and a consumable. You won't need a sticky bomb because Katana is so strong against it. That was my only argument.
I mean, to be fair, I mostly agree with Richard on that. Like,
you will take a stamina shot.
Yeah, you will take a stamina shot.
But if you take Determination and you take
what's it not worth it anymore?
And Greyhound, it's you can work around it. Is I guess my point.
Yeah, you can, but I'm just gonna take a stamina
Most
shot
people
because I'm just too lazy. So,
but getting a little bit
At
more.
least you're honest.
Oh yeah.
Well, getting a little bit more into the overshadowing though, because I specifically almost never see Springfields. I think Springfields are probably the most rare gun now, which is strange because the compact and its full size take up the springy compact and its full size. Not because it's not good, but because a follow-up shot is so much more important.
Agreed.
I think the one that actually killed it for me, because I really like springy bleed. I actually am a Springfield compact enjoyer.
Thank you. Yes.
A lot. A lot of times I go, okay, but I could have full shots, and that's kind of my issue with the Springy right now. Which then you go, okay, but the Springy's what, $20? It's stupid cheap.
Extremely, but
Yeah,
it's also
38. Yeah,
but the economy
compact.
Yeah,
well,
but I don't
get too much.
My next statement was gonna be, but who really cares that much between like 20 and 100? Like 100 and 600, sure, but
right.
the difference between the Spring and a Centennial is.
It really is, and especially.
No,
go ahead, Drake.
Over. Oh, go ahead.
I was merely going to say, like, I understand balancing changes being added to make guns feel better. I mean, personally, I would have rather had, anything besides a drilling compact, but it's here. It's here to stay.
Yeah.
I don't like
it adds too much versatility. I don't think it has enough sway. I think it should be like the Mosin Overez. I think that it should be a gnarly addition. But
I agree.
I don't like that valuable guns, especially cheap gun. What I mean by valuable is cheap and efficient. And the Springfield is clearly out of its position now due to the economy being so easy on people now.
Mm-hmm.
See, and that's what, when I was saying in the previous episodes, like certain guns are just going to be overshadowed now that you just have everything at level 1, which, I mean, I think is overall a better change. Yeah, it's overall a better change, but like when I would prestige, I would always start with the Springfield. And then I would work my way to the Springfield like compact striker is what I would always take, because I love the striker. That's still my preferred Springfield to use. But yeah, it's just with the drilling, it does what the Springfield can do, but better, and you get it right away. So
I need to look into this. I just noticed that the Springfield high velocity is $690.
It is exceptionally good.
Only $30 for a set of the high velo on it. I should play with that.
But then it kind of goes into where we just were with the Centennial high velo. If you give a rat's ass about that, I guess. I mean, Springfield's got 30 meters on it, but they both have really long range scopes, and one's got a follow up shot.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer the marksman scope over the. I prefer the marksman over the sniper most of the time. However, I prefer having 7 follow-up shots over.
Yeah,
right.
Slightly
scope.
Exactly. That's very fair.
And that's kind of my point. Is I think every gun is still viable. I just think that we're entering an atmosphere of why would I pick it? I can pick this.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing.
For some, yeah.
Another thing to add on to the Centennial thing, we don't. Aaron and I test this. We don't know if it's intentional or not. When you take high velocity on a shorty,
that's a glitch.
Yeah, that's a glitch. Yeah, it has more like 10 shots still, even though it's supposed to have, I think, 5 or 6 for the shorty. So okay, but if it is a glitch, then
Hunt needs to patch stuff like that faster.
Yeah, instead of waiting for the whole event to end. They still haven't even fixed the
We see them issue. Trying to lower the amount of downloads, but like, come on.
Yeah, one thing... it's just whatever,
What's up,
what were you saying, Drake?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, you were just laughing?
I think you keep hearing me.
It's either like a giggle or something. But one problem that I think that shotguns and medium ammo have specifically, and this is it, and then this subject's dropped, that long ammo and compact don't. The overshadowing problem is especially prominent in those, like the medium and shotguns. Whereas I don't think any small ammo particularly outshines any other small ammo or long ammo. I think those ones are fairly balanced, and I've seen a good circular amount of those guns combined. Whereas I definitely only see certain shotguns, and I definitely certainly see medium ammo rifles of a certain type.
You're saying there's not a competitive Dragon's Breath market?
There needs to be.
Well, they tried to with the whole burning the bodies thing. So
yeah, the issue is if you make the Dragon's Breath too good, like boy howdy, is that a feels bad mechanic. Like
I love Dragon's Breath.
Yeah, you get hit once, you lose a bar, then you get killed, then you lose another bar, and then they get you up. You're like almost dead.
As someone who likes playing it, like I don't know if I want it any more tuned than it is, just because I'm scared. Well, the one ammo type that hasn't been mentioned that I think is very, very good, is incendiary long ammo.
It's pretty good.
Super good. Being able to set people on fire from 40 meters with a single bullet that's good pressure, and that's good. You can burn bears with that.
It's underrated for sure.
See, yeah,
I play spokes and ogres with it. Ooh, very, very good.
I never put fire. I don't ever. So, like I was saying earlier, I never put any special ammo unless it's high velo or full metal jacket on. Unless it's small ammo, then I can use whatever, because that doesn't shoot through walls very well anyways. But I need to be able to shoot through walls. Every time I bring poison or dum dum, I'm always in a situation where if that was normal or full metal, I would have gotten the headshot right there. Every single time I bring it. If you play with me and I bring some special ammo to do a challenge, you'll hear me complain about it when we get in a fight.
Which is why I love playing it with the spokes, Martini, and Bertha, because you just go.
Yep.
Guys, Bertha's freaking. It's freaking great. I love the Bertha so much.
Bertha is
arguably
my favorites.
Yeah, I was going to say arguably
it's my favorite now.
Right under Mosin if you play it correctly.
I prefer it over Mosin.
I don't know if it's as good. I definitely prefer it though.
I agree. It just feels right to me, especially if I take the Berthier bayonet. I'm just a god with that thing. So
excellent.
I really like the stab one. It's funny to me.
Anything with the fucking stab animation. I swear to God. Every single person that I see run at me with a bayonet, I laugh inside before I die because I'm like, man, you look so fucking goofy.
You legend.
Yeah, but they won, so.
Yeah. But one thing that I kind of wanted to say and bring up, because you were specifically saying, Drake, how you love, or was it Drake or was it Baldur? I'm so sorry. That brought up Dragon's Breath.
Oh, that was me.
Okay. Yes, I got it right the first time. My bad.
Yes, you did.
But the event traits specifically, and I want to go into these a wee bit. Prepare yourself, Baldur. This is where the bard gets a little critical about the game, because I don't mind event exclusive traits, but the moment they started bleeding into, and I know they're burn traits, but it gets a little bit chin scratchy, especially when they up the amount of times that you see them. They make meatheads drop them. I kind of wish they were meathead exclusive if they wanted them to be as rare as they should be. But
it is weird finding like Relentless just chilling there,
just sitting there, and you're damn.
I've just adding to that, and you can continue. I've only found 4 burn traits the entire time ever since they added it. So
you're crazy.
I never ever find them.
I see them very often.
I've seen them a lot. Yeah,
I see them a little bit. I see them more than 4 times, but the amount of times it's been relevant is I've had Death Cheat be relevant because, I mean, you trigger that by dying. I've gotten Relentless several times, but it's never actually been relevant. It's most of the time it's a feel good of, ooh, I got that, and then oh god dang it, that was a Relentless Hunter, and I died and then my buddy went down. Okay.
Yep, I've always thought of Relentless as really balanced though, because it's like a one-time oopsie button. Death Cheat is like a next round oopsie button, and if you get 6 hunters with a next round oopsie and they meet each other, that's kind of fucking cancer. In my humble opinion.
I kind of agree with that. Relentless feels like the balanced version of Death Cheat.
It does, because if you have Necro, even as a solo, I think you deserve 1 oopsie. As a matter of fact, they could buff Necro to have a 1-round oopsie.
No.
But I won't. I won't take that back.
You're gonna get throttled by the community.
I don't give a fuck.
John community right now.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck, you salty little bitch ass players who can't watch a solo. Fight me. But
no, I hate how it slows the freaking game down.
Yeah,
I agree. I'm just saying a 1 round oopsie for fucking solo isn't the biggest deal in the world to me. Moving on. But I definitely get a little more heated when I see traits like Berserker, which I already went on a rant about the katana being exceptionally strong, not requiring stamina with a trait. Granted, it requires a trait, but then they add Berserker, which does double damage. Okay, well, just erase the zombies.
It already one-taps hunters.
Well, no, I'm not worried about hunters. I'm worried about the PvE being trivial to other players because that's still a key part in the whole equation, right?
Yeah.
However small it may be, it still plays a part. And if you take poison to make PvE trivial, you still had to take poison. If you take bombs to make PvE trivial, you still wasted a consumable slot. You read me? And I know there's orange boxes, but they're randomized.
You're taking the katana to be a melee tool.
Right,
feels like the same thing. Like you're losing out on a gun.
I agree, but I also disagree because good players play around positioning, and that is exactly where that tool shines.
See,
everything is good somewhere.
Melee.
Yes, and I definitely don't think melee is discounted.
I actually agree with you, DJ, because there's been a lot of situations where I've had shadow and all the mobs around me are just ignoring me, including dogs, and like it just messed the other guy up because they just focused on him.
Well, I'm not saying.
I think that's a little bit different because that gives you a comparative advantage as opposed to killing the thing that's now dead for both. You can manipulate how the AI act as opposed to just killing them faster.
I definitely think he was mentioning like PvE being trivial in general, but I do agree with you. I do agree with you. But I definitely don't see katana as useless, especially since it outranges bomb lance, which I guess what is it? PSA, it's 4 meters, not 3.
So
Martialist.
Yeah. It outranges the bomb lance?
Yes.
So like a spear, like a spear that's longer than a katana.
They should adjust the range accordingly. I definitely think
is because it follows the track of the animation, and with the one-handed animation, he extends his arm fully outwards, and so then the blade continues out in basically a straight line from you. So you get the entire length of the arm plus the blade. Whereas with the bomb lance, you just get since he's just kind of slashing forward, you just get like a little bit of the top of the blade, so it's not
just the same drag. Distance.
Yeah.
It's still kind of weird and bullshit because
I'm not saying it's reasonable, but that's why it does what it does.
But yeah, he's saying that's why.
Yeah. I'm not criticizing you. I'm merely saying that, especially where even the heavy melee of the katana doesn't outrange the martialist trait is really fucking bizarre. Why does the weird shit gain more range? The power of God in anime?
I was gonna say.
I mean, I think the easy answer is just because you need a trait for it, and so like it's because let's be honest, if the trait didn't outrange it, like
but it requires no stamina. That's already huge.
But most of the time during your opening strike, right, which is when most of the time you want it, not always, but most of the time, you're gonna have full stamina anyway. And it does do less damage. So if it's not it's not any faster than the stab, and I think like the only benefit to it then would be if you quick swap to the katana. It's basically a heavy stab that's immediately ready, and I don't know if that's worth a trait slot. So I think they're just trying to make it a little bit more viable, whether or not it's overtuned. But I think that's the reasoning behind it.
That's got to at least be a thought process behind it. Well, Drake, specifically you, because I'm extremely curious what you think. Because a lot of these event traits, I know we've talked in private a little bit, especially with like the teleport and stuff. How are you feeling about like experimental traits, especially if they add them?
I don't mind experimental traits. I feel like this particular event they did a good job of keeping it not crazy. I think the Shadow Leap is a little crazy, but it's also very situational. previous events, when they've done these traits, it's been like absolutely game changing, like game breaking.
Blazeborn.
Like, yeah,
you really don't think that
Blazeborn
teleport's game changing? Dude, okay, Blazeborn, I won't argue that one, but the teleport, man, especially in high elo, that one is nuts.
I mean, it can be great, and like, I'm not discounting that it can be great, but it also is so situational that because it's so situational, it makes it not so game breaking.
Yeah,
I guess that's a fair assessment. I don't know if I want it to stay, especially if it's not a burn trait. A burn trait, maybe. A staying trait, definitely. Please don't.
How do you make it a burn trait? Would you just make it if you die you burn it?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
That and there's the only one way to get it is,
and that way you have to play a lot smarter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and that's kind of one thing that I'm also really curious about is if we really enhance the pool of burn traits inevitably become less useful, which is what we don't want from these burn traits that are really, really good. So we're kind of in a really weird impasse of adding too much creativity versus keeping the burn trait pool small to keep it viable. It seems really weird to me.
If they take one trait from each event to make it a burn trait later, they would have to also introduce new normal traits that are not overpowered, I think.
Right. And I hope they keep...
So they're, keeping the ratio of normal traits to burn traits roughly the same. They would have to introduce more traits, I think.
I definitely...
Or they would have to combine burn traits with each other, which would be god-awful.
Oh, Jesus. Death Cheat plus relentless.
Death Cheat Shadow. And you also have water bullets now.
Oh god, that would be so terrible.
I would not be happy. Oh god. But no, like I definitely think like they could make more traits. As a matter of fact, there was an idea I had. I want to add it a bit later because I think there's a few more key parts that we can get down to. But the hunter roster changes specifically are the biggest reason why I have had an issue with traits in the first place. Now, I don't necessarily have the biggest issue with guns. I already spoke about how I like the change with the prestigings to include every gun. Mm-hmm. I just think the economy is overtuned slightly. I agree with Baldur from your last podcast. I fully agree with the catch-up mechanic. I don't think that's unwarranted. But I think making the economy too healthy doesn't promote maybe I should run a Springfield instead of a Martini. Right?
Right.
Can I give a counter?
Sure.
Actually, no. I want to hear everybody else's first, and then I'll give the counter because I think I've got an unpopular counter.
Go for it.
Ooh, an unpopular counter.
Does anybody else have any thoughts? Because I think mine will shift the discussion a little bit.
You're welcome. Go for it.
Okay. I think the economy is. I like the economy and the fact it makes the roguelike kind of healthy, right? It gives it kind of like the roguelike thing where, maybe I want to play a cheap gun. I think it's really good when you start out playing, and it's good for the start of the game. I freaking hate the economy where I'm at now. I wish there was a different way to balance it besides it, because I realize why you don't want people just taking the optimal thing of everybody has 2 big vit shots and 2 2 going with all the shots and then lunch boxes, so you have whatever the heck you want, right? Because that obviously wouldn't be good. But it's also the thing of I hate how they balance crap with prices, because it just feels dumb of where
lazy.
And I want to play with things. So I don't mind the spikes being 130 despite being very good, because it gives me a budget gun to play with. And then the fact that the Dolch is 700 I know this was kind of a joke on one of their podcasts, but the fact that the uppercut is, what is it, 450 now?
20 something? 424.
It's a lot of money. And so I've got 76 of them sitting on my shelf because I never want to take them out because I'm that's $400. Even though it doesn't mean anything and I've got enough money, there's always the thing of I don't always want to play what I want to play because, the money costs to it. And I'm at the point in the game where like I shouldn't be worrying about money, but it's always in the back of my mind. And like I'm going to rotate what I play. Like I'm not going to just play long ammo. And so I wish stuff was just balanced without the need for that. But I don't know if that's possible. That's a lot of me rambling, but
no, it's a good point. I don't think that the cost factor is inherently useless because otherwise we wouldn't always be taking Mosins, right? There's a definite.
Sorry, I'm not. It's not that it's that I'm saying it's useless. It's really good. I just don't like. I think they over rely on it.
I actually agree. I actually agree.
Yeah, I think I agree with that largely. I definitely. I want people to have creativity with Loadout, but the problem is, I think, especially with the way people watch their favorite creators, I think that their loadouts are dictated mostly around what they see, not what they want to try. Whereas I think it was kind of the opposite, at least a little further back. I can't say an exact date, but I definitely felt more creativity with loadouts. I definitely saw the Springfield a lot more not that long ago, and these changes changed that. And I'm ashamed to see that because I really like seeing people kill me with the Springfield and cheap guns. And seriously, I really do.
It's skill. It's skill, man.
It is.
Do you think some of it's like a meta settlement that like, because like when custom ammo first came out, there's like the massive open thing of like you'd see people playing random crap for a bit just because they're like, is this good? I don't know. And do you think it's some of that's just settling?
I don't think so because these free hunters will sometimes come with long ammo, which is ridiculous.
Oh, all the time. I've gotten a free crown and cringe several times just from the free hunters.
Fuck. And that's kind of a shame. I got a free Labelle Talon at least once or twice.
I see that all the time.
Why do the free hunters come with traits at all? They're free hunters. Why do they act? They're almost equivalent to a legendary. Who is doing this?
Well, no, that's the thing.
I don't legendaries right now.
Yeah, I don't take legendaries anymore because this guy's got Doctor, Levering, and Fanning, and or Quartermaster. So Quartermaster, Fanning, and Levering are always like I feel like one of those are always guaranteed.
Yeah,
almost
always.
Same thing.
And if you're holding, you can spin. I feel like if you say you're willing to spend 2 respins, which is $300, which isn't awful, you're guaranteed to get one of them.
Yeah, I mean in this economy, yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes I'll just respin them over and over because I'm like, well, I really want a certain gun, and since I have so much money now, because of the way they handle the economy, because I don't have it unlocked.
Well, and not only that,
like a hand cannon or something,
No, that makes sense. Okay.
Well, in some of these
people prestige, and so I was confused for a second.
Yeah.
Well, in some of these paid hunters, man, the discounts you get from just buying the hunter mixed with the gun is ridiculous. 25% off for like a Mosin and a Spectre Compact. I may get rid of the Spectre Compact. My God, I got a Mosin for 25% off.
Yeah, you're basically offsetting it with
an Iron Eye.
I mean, yeah, but it's also the thing of here's my thing. It's not making the game completely busted, being able to go with a couple perks, but it's making it more enjoyable. Right? I think it's close. I think it's very close. I think the issue isn't necessarily that you can get perks and stuff from it. I think it's the variance that sometimes you can get 17 perk points. Like I think it'd be fine if they're like, okay, every single hunter is going to have 10 perk points at tier 3.
Well, it's like
you can play with 10 perk points. But the issue is it's so varied that sometimes going in with Doctor and Fanning is like, okay, all right.
Yeah, right. Well, and it's like what you were saying with like the whole Fanning being pretty common. I think we all agreed on that one. That one's worth 8 points if you get, or no, is it 7 points? 7 points if you get rid of it. That's already Quartermaster and a kite skin if you give a shit about that, and that's already great. Yeah, I mean, Assailant, okay.
I mean, that's what I do. I typically will get rid of most of my things until I can buy Necro for my teammate because I take Necro, guys. It's the new choke bomb. And then I buy Quartermaster because I want to play Mimi loadouts. And that's basically what I do every time.
And that's fair.
And then if I have stuff left over.
But one thing that I don't like about the traits being so, I guess I would argue, unpredictable, especially with being so cheap, is I don't know if I'm running into a fucker behind that fence who had Doctor and I only gave him enough time for a med kit, right? But I don't know he's full. My body tap him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that's super situational, but that's more situationally acceptable. Like people are going to run into that as opposed to somebody with Dragon's Breath, right?
Do you think? But I mean, that's already a thing, so it's just making it more common, which could say that it's helping people be more prepared for it and at least less bad.
But that's less punishment.
I don't know.
I tapped him twice, and yeah, I missed the headshot, and he landed it. But he realistically was playing too sheepishly, and I should be rewarded for rushing, right? As opposed to if I heard a shot, like the injection shot, I would be like, oh, it's probably a full health shot. Maybe I shouldn't be maybe I should be punished for rushing a person with a quick heal. I don't know. I think there's situations where people feel robbed. I'm not necessarily saying it's not skill issue. I'm saying I think that it's a little more common and a little more frustrating.
I think I agree with your statement. I'm not sure if I agree with the example.
Yeah, I don't know that. I feel like that was kind of polarizing. I was like, wait a minute, like what is he saying?
A full health shot as opposed to a health kit. Because if I hear a health shot, I might assume a full health shot. If I barely hear a health kit, I might assume he only got time to heal one bar. And if I'm rushing, he only has 100 health, right?
Okay, but why can't you make that an argument about physician, which is much cheaper? And it's like, right. Oh, how do I not know?
Because physician, if I was rushing at the same amount, he would still only be halfway between the other heal.
I'm outside of audio range, and why should I be punished for him using it?
Well, you're assuming outside of audio range. I'm talking about a closer fight. If I'm able to hear him healing, I'm closer than that.
I think this is a very specific situation but the issue with it is
that's the problem is they're always specific.
No, but I think my issue with it is I don't think you need to go any further than giving people a variable amount of traits that gives initial hunters too much of an advantage. I don't think you need to go further than I don't think you need to go into the specific situations.
I definitely think Doctor is more powerful than Physician. Well, you're arguing that.
I think you're missing my point is it doesn't matter what advantage they have if they're getting the advantage in a sense, because otherwise, like yours falls apart because how do you know they're just a level 20 hunter and they bought Doctor last round.
Okay. I'm saying it's more common though. That's exactly what I was saying is about it being the niche situation becoming a more common encounter, which can be more frustrating. If I run into a one, sure, and then next round I don't see it. But if I'm why would I always be expecting it more? Because a lot of people tag as a rush. But then wouldn't everybody play behind cover and just wait for the guy to repeat? That promotes more toxic gameplay.
But then the criticism is it's slowing down gameplay in an unhealthy way, not that I should.
There's still a criticism to be had.
Yeah. That's my issue. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say. I agree with the sentiment between.
I'll agree with that.
It being some unhealthy stuff. I just didn't like the specific example.
Yeah, I think that's where I was also.
No, that's fair.
So
I guess mine's more specific because I play very close and I play for rushing degree. So mine.
Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off there. Sorry.
No, not at all. That was a great counter argument. I like that. But okay, so the two people I'd say haven't specifically kind of chimed in with that because I definitely hear a lot about the traits being a bigger deal than what the bigger picture of hunters getting more guns comes from a large part of the community. What would you say, Ty?
So, in regards to like getting these like crazy guns with the crazy traits just for free all the time, I don't really know how they would rebalance that if they were going to keep that, other than making it to where when you buy legendary hunters, they come with random good guns or something. I don't know. But even then, that would still be like...
No gun?
I think what they should do is just, the easy one is, like, tier 1 always get 5 trait points, tier 2 always get 7, tier 3 always get 10.
That's what I was thinking.
And like, it's just,
yeah, I think that would help a lot.
Give each tier a set amount to be able to spend after they're purchased. I would even go as far as to say make legendary hunters a pseudo tier 4, give them maybe 12 instead of 10, but you're getting that benefit because of you're spending the $200 to get that legendary hunter.
100.
Do you remember when they were 300? Do you remember when they were $330?
$333.
Yeah, they used to be 330.
Yep, they used to be 333.
Free hunters, no more than one trait if you're going to give them one at all, and no gun above 200 hunt bucks.
I like there being a catch-up mechanic. I don't think there should be any restriction for free hunters, except whatever their bloodline is. So, like, if they can't unlock whatever it is, fine. But
I don't know. I think keeping guns at a reasonable price for a free hunter, so that medium and compact is what they realistically get. I mean, they're free.
I mean, I think mixing long every once in a while would.
Well, it would mix in a martini or a Sparks.
You could make it so that, like, the value of money that is allowed for the generation of weaponry on the free hunter tied to your bloodline level. So as you're leveling up in the game, your free hunter has the more options to get randomly picked from, because that value is going up.
Yeah, but then you have people who don't prestige, like you guys.
That's the benefit of
who are level 100.
Okay, so prestige is completely optional, and there's not much benefit to it. Just don't prestige.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I mean, I don't either. I would rather prestige, but
yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
I don't think it should be tied to bloodline. I think it should be tied to how much money you have.
Okay, would you be upset to know that it's already tied to bloodline?
Yeah, I would.
How so?
because it is tied to bloodline. You can get the hunters that you can get in the respin, and the legendary hunters can get slightly advanced past wherever you are in the bloodline in traits. So it's encouraging you to spin legendary hunters and other ones.
Yeah,
it's not a lot, but like you can get like I don't know where any of the traits are because they keep moving them around. But like, let's say you're at 21 and feigning unlocks at 30, you might be able to get it from a respin or a legendary hunter. Just kind of encourage it.
I definitely think that even the free hunters of yesterday, the old shitty free hunters, should be available to those who pass the 20,000 mark. I think they should be identical to how they used to be with 0 traits and crappy guns. Because I don't think people should be punished for having money either. I think that's stupid.
That's fair.
That's one thing I'll argue on the other side is I think free hunters not being available to people with hunt bucks is kind of dumb.
So when you get to 20,000, you still get the free hunter. He just sucks balls now.
The one free hunter with like go ahead.
There is an opportunity cost to that though, because I like how it is right now. I like getting basically full spins at respectable hunters of 1 tier 2, 3 tier 3, and being able to go Quartermaster, Necro, Assailant, just so I can play my fun loadouts. And I would not like to have a free hunter in the respin. Whether or not that's healthy, I don't know, but I don't think it'd be always it's not a punishment for me how it is now.
I guess that's fair. Well, Drake, how do you feel about it? Because I also wanted to specifically include you on this before we move on from this topic. Because
you mean
the traits on how overloaded some traits are, or the free hunters, like just your overall feeling, I suppose.
I mean, I don't mind the rework as a whole, and like the fact that tier 3s get 4 traits and whatnot. I think that's fine. I do think there is an overabundance of Quartermaster, Bullet Grubber, Levering, and Fanning.
And legendary hunters not being picked.
And legendary hunters, I think they still only get 3, right?
Yep.
They only get 3 in there. They're not guaranteed.
That bothers me.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I don't know. I think it's, aside from those 4 specific traits being constantly in the rotation, I like it.
Okay.
Do you think I have no real complaints.
Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
What if? Do you think it'd be good if there was a way that you could just go, I don't get any traits, but like you don't
get expensive guns?
No. Like just if there was a way to go, okay, I'm going to get 100 and he comes with points instead of any traits.
Ooh, interesting.
Because
that'd be fine.
I thought about that would be a good solution, but then my issue with that is it doesn't encourage any kind of divergent play. Because like sometimes, even though I want a trait, I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll keep physician or whatever. Because it's not necessarily one that I buy initially first, but it's valuable enough to me that I don't want to respec it. Well, and if you went to just a set amount of trait points for everybody, you remove that kind of incentivization to play differently.
The only divergent play you're realistically getting is new players who don't understand the traits fully and maybe read over them and say, I should take this. Because seasoned players are never, ever going to give a flying fuck, and they're going to get rid of their traits and get the ones that they prefer. Almost always.
That's true, yeah.
But again, like, okay, if I have, let's say go Fanning and Physician. That's the two it comes with. I'm going to respec Fanning because I want to play Quartermaster because I think it's more fun. I don't think it's better. I think it's more fun. And then I might go, ooh, maybe I don't want to play a Quartermaster Hunter because I want Necro, because I always want Necro for my buddy. So do I respec Physician for Necro and take Quartermaster, or do I just play a normal loadout and then keep Physician and play like a shotgun because like, ooh, Physician's really good in close range, and then it might allow me to play something that I wasn't considering doing before.
I definitely think you're a unique case. I'm not saying there aren't other players like you, but I like me personally, I'm going to look at how many trait points my hunter holds and go, this is what I want. I already thought about running this loadout. Plus, I'm looking at my weeklies, right? Especially now. Yeah. And then I'll spec according to that. So I agree with you. I definitely think people getting random traits will at least promote that a little bit, but I definitely think the only people following it are the newer players. That doesn't make it bad.
So would you like an opt-in option where they go, cool, like tier 1s come with 5, tier 3, whatever, like each one just comes with a set amount of perk points. Legendaries come with a set amount of point. Okay.
I definitely think that would also help their friends promote them to play a certain play style. Hopefully a healthy one. Don't be fucking dicks to your new friends, guys. But also, one thing that I've noticed, and we literally just got into a pretty big discussion about it, these hunter changes have single-handedly smothered what other people have said about blood bonds. I don't think I've heard somebody mention blood bonds, and I don't know how long, because these hunter loadout changes have distracted all of the veterans. The blood bond changes are inevitably drowning. Nobody even knows they existed. Which is kind of funny to me. Like how you don't get blood bonds after matches, how you don't get, that's what I mean. Like people kind of forgot. They're like, oh shit, that's right.
They had to do something drastic to make us all forget about it.
Yeah, that's kind of my point.
I guess that's a question. Would you guys prefer to have the free crap? Not whether do you think it's healthier. Which one would you prefer to have, assuming nobody else is affected by it? Would you prefer to have more free guns and experience and perk points to play with, or do you prefer the BBs and stuff after matches?
Blood bonds.
I'm gonna get slaughtered. I do prefer their changes.
Drake?
I actually do like that they're starting to make cheaper skins and promoting weeklies to get blood bonds.
Okay, you had me for a second. I was gonna agree with you. And then you said cheaper skins. The skins have compared them to
not those new ones.
We used to get like 400 skins, and now they're all like 800 to 1,000.
Well, they just added 2 new great skins. Granted, they're the Nagant, the regular, and the
regular Nagant skin. What the frick?
They added a regular Nagant skin, and they added a regular Winfield Vandal skin, both 300. So I'm hoping this is the norm going forward.
Okay.
But I'm just hoping that persists.
I'm upset that Santa's 1,000.
Me too. Me too. But yeah, I definitely think that this might hopefully give them the money to keep the game in a healthy position and hopefully do a Project Health in the future. I know people will be like, you fucking bastard, how dare you, but what? It's my opinion. But I just think it's funny that got drowned the fuck out. But I do have
I didn't even think about that.
that's exactly what I mean, though.
You're absolutely right. I'm over here like, holy crap, I totally forgot.
It's funny because Rat and I bounced back and forth. He has his own little theory, but I'll let him say in our next podcast because he's pretty excited to give his little theory. But I have a very important question.
Wait, Drake, we never got yours. Would you prefer BBs or the loot?
Ooh, that's true.
The BBs or the what?
BBs or loot?
I don't know. I'm torn on that too. I kind of miss being able to just accumulate blood bonds over time, and so when the next event came out, I could just battle pass, boom, done, not worry about it. You know what I mean? Like, and I just had it. But I don't know. I guess the loot.
Damn.
I think loot for me too, because it's also the thing of I wonder how much of it's not rose tinted glasses, but like stretching how much you got. 'Cause, you got like 10 to like 12 in a good match, but the issue is that's in a good match, so it's like, okay, one night let's say you get 20 for a night, that's like average. It's like, okay, that's a couple hours. Like that means if you play quite a bit over a couple weeks, you're gonna get like maybe 300 blood bonds, which is good, but I'm just like, yeah, I'd prefer to have loot and then have the game get some cash influx, I guess.
Well, I definitely don't discount Ty. I definitely don't discount his opinion. I do miss the blood bonds. I wonder if this is the healthier change. I'm gonna say yes. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Well, obviously it's the healthier change, but
maybe
blood bonds.
I think the thing with it is I would have preferred they just honestly. I feel like the issue with it isn't the fact that they removed the blood bonds, but then like. They also introduced the battle pass, and now like if you want Sin, it's 1,000 BBs. If you want this other one, it's 1,000 BBs, and the DLCs have gone up in price a little bit, actually probably because inflation. But like it just feels like there was a lot all at once that made it feel bad.
Right. Well, I actually have the single most important hunt question that I think I could ever ask, especially for 2 podcasts. So I was thinking kill streaks, right? And I was thinking, kind of like Black Ops, like Call of Duty Black Ops, like the hounds you could send out after 7 kills.
All
like
I'm gonna disconnect right now.
But like hellhounds, right?
I mean, there could be something too. I like the idea of like airstrike, like you call in like a swarm of like bugs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Beatles with boomboxes.
Yeah, so like you
have the Beatles
do enemy hunters, and then you get a call.
Beatles carry a red barrel.
They drop them down.
Yeah, and just on impact.
Good.
Yeah,
like a care package too, but like it's more prone to having like concertina bombs, big dynamite
just the
bundles.
Supply crate, but or the supply point, but like mobile. Yeah,
yeah. Maybe it's
and it comes to you and it speaks to you and it doesn't give away your social security card and it buys things for you and then it takes you to dinner. Yeah.
And then if you get enough kills, like if you got 7 kills on the map and there's still 1 team left, you can summon a butcher and a chopper gunner.
To just help with the fight, yeah.
What if we get like wall running,
Oh my god.
Dude.
Oh, wall running. Have like a zip line. Have like a zip line too.
Katana.
Yeah. It'd be like the Edge Runner game or whatever the fuck it's called.
Look, I'm just. Have you guys played Titanfall?
Yes.
Yes.
Titanfall, my hunt.
Oh my god. You up in a fucking robot in 1895? Yes.
It's all slow and it
looks like it's all scrap. Yeah.
So I had this other idea, right? Sorry, Drake. Were you finishing your thought?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, well, what he has to say.
It's kind of like I was thinking of like a competitor to the off though, like full out of like an N16, something nice. Or like a dual quartermaster, like dual Moes and Obresses, like reload with your toes.
Have you seen like the really early footage where like somebody is playing like Mosin Sniper, and then just like whips out a freaking Avtomat.
Oh no!
Yeah, I have actually.
That.
It's hilarious.
That's disgusting.
I remember what, and it was like the Avto when it had like 2-shot bursts and 15 in reserve, and you're just like, what the god freaking heck?
Wow.
Yeah, it's like some alpha footage, isn't it? Like,
I think it's alpha or beta. It was real early.
I do remember seeing that when I was like, it was before I even played the game. I was like, oh, okay, so you can like upgrade your weapon. Like I was thinking, you can like upgrade your weapons mid fight or whatever, like or mid match. And
the other one is the old, what's it freaking called? The old uppercut and used to have the same reload as the normal conversion, and it's wild. You can go back and you can see these on like old like Psycho Ghost videos, and there's some wild ones. And then Vetterly and Dodge both being medium. That was a thing. Nice little wombo combo.
I remember that being an issue. I wasn't playing during that time, but I do remember people were saying, yeah, it just the freaking Dolce should just be medium ammo. You should get it out of ammo boxes. It's like, holy crap, dude, what the heck?
Yeah.
It also
the good old days.
That was also when you had because that was before they changed the ammo to be, because the ammo resupply switches were recent with you get 2 long or however many, like medium, so you could take, if you took Vetterly and Dorch, you'd restock like something like 14 bullets. Like ammo was not a concern.
I definitely agree with the ammo changes. If I had to vie for a change, I think that one was important, mostly for the long ammo, because I think longer ammo loadouts should be punished, especially since their range.
I fully agree with the exception of Sparks and Martini. Sometimes I'm like I ought to get one shot. Let me have my ammo back, please.
Well, it's kind of like I even questioned why shotgun was equally punished. I think shotgun should have 4 shells, not 2. I don't know. I thought that was a little absurd.
I agree. I actually agree with that as well.
I think the only people who disagree are people who hate shotguns in the game.
People who died as shotguns because you mispositioned, moron. All right, moving on.
I mean, to be fair, sometimes shotguns just push you and you like miss a couple shots and you're like, oh, that feels really bad that they just ran up and just obliterated.
I'm not saying never dying to a shot or dying to a shotgun never feels bad, but there are also those assholes that go, when I shoot a shotgun, it shoots confetti, and then you watch the fucking clip and they're like fucking not even center mass or like top left, and it's like, buddy.
I kind of hit Mercury. Yes, welcome to pellets.
Right.
Yeah. L2 aim, and then we'll revisit this.
Exactly. Like I'm not arguing it sucks dying to shit sometimes, but maybe don't play like a Nimrod. All right.
I mean, if we're talking about feels bad mechanics, dying kind of feels bad. I think they should just remove that.
I think we should always have death cheat. Always.
Yeah.
This game shouldn't be about killing each other. It should be about helping each other's communities.
Where's my farming sim?
And if any guy communicates with you over mic and says you should team up and he kills you, he should automatically die. My daddy over at Crytek will kill you.
We're gonna rename the game to Hug Showdown.
Yeah, I'm liking this. These are the changes that are necessary for the future of Hunt to continue.
And then you don't collect bounties, you collect hugs.
Oh, that's so cute.
Especially with the spider, apparently.
Oh, that is so cute.
You're actually just collecting like normal house cats to take out of the biome.
Okay,
I
was being sarcastic, but like now I'm on board. You said cats, my dude.
Well,
the cat man shows his face.
In Rat's case, it would be collecting little rats, so that'd be cute too.
I mean, to each his own. It'll cater to everybody.
I like rats.
Are we just pitching Power World?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
goddamn game had to come out. Oh, fuck hell. Looks fun.
I know nothing about it except that it's like Pokemon, but you can catch people. That is the extent of my Power World.
Yeah, that's all I know. Apparently, there's a butchering mechanic too, but whatever.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, there's a butchering mechanic.
You know, I was talking with Richard, and we come to the conclusion that gamers are some of the most entitled people ever.
Yeah, we are. You can sit at our desk all day and bitch.
It's kind of dumb, but to be fair, for a podcast, it's kind of our job. So.
Well, a job. Oh, that's generous.
Well, you know what I mean. Like that's what we're doing here at the podcast.
And I would agree that there's the
You're
thing
getting paid?
No, are you kidding me?
I think that's a good point though to look at it in like the thing of it's okay to be like to complain and be like this is an issue, but then there is the point where it's like, okay, you can complain and like make suggestions, but don't be like I need this thing because I deserve it. Like that's when you're like, okay,
right, yeah, like right. That's just straight up entitlement. So yeah, gamers are very entitled, and it's not just with Hunt, it's with anything, and it's. Gaming is such a weird climate lately, and I'm surprised that Hunt survived it. So
it's an excellent point. Oh, go ahead.
Mean, it makes sense though too because it's the thing of with like Hunt, everybody's invested, or most people invest because they're like, I've been playing for 3 years and I've invested 3,000 hours into it. I want the game to be good and I want it to serve me because I've been around. Which makes sense. And then, like, in other ones, like, oh, I'm upset by a new game because I paid $70 real-world dollars for this game, so I want it to be good.
Yeah, but people who spend way too much money on games, like, especially games nowadays, like, you just need to, like, do research before you buy your games, I think. Well, at the same time, there's a lot of resources out there that'll tell you whether or not a game or you'll like a game or not, like I feel, and I think people just jump the gun.
How do you feel about Star Citizen?
Except YouTube removed the dislike thing, and so now.
Well, yeah.
How do you feel about Star Citizen?
God.
Listen, there's still a rule, but there can be exceptions too. Okay.
I definitely think that people criticize the innovation too much. I'm taking a stab at myself here. But I also worry about a delicate balance being ruined. That's mostly my criticism is I think Hunt is a very, it's a scale, man, and it can only take a nudge or two before it just tips the other way.
Yep.
That's it. That's all
true.
I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I played Magic really hard. And like it was just
oh god, Magic's broken now.
Yeah. I mean, I played up until a little bit after Eldraine, and then just everything was it was unbalanced. They were it lost a lot of the things that I really enjoyed about it. Basically, I play some occasional Commander now. Like I've got a modern deck I need to sell and stuff, but like the game didn't go completely off the rails before I dropped it. And I think it's similar with Hunt. Like it doesn't take a complete overhaul for people to go, okay, not for me anymore.
I definitely think Commander's the most balanced because of the single card rule, though. I definitely think that really holds that game mode in place.
Yeah. Because you might just not draw your broken card.
Exactly. And 100 cards or whatever the fuck the deck limit is.
I mean, you should see Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh god, Yu-Gi-Oh's over in 2 turns?
Well, it's not only that. If there wasn't a rule where you literally cannot win if you're so you basically cannot win the game if the game just started and it's the first turn and you're the one taking the first turn. But if you're the second turn, then yes, you can win on your first turn.
Have you seen the?
It's so stupid.
Have you seen the like short that's somebody like researching a Yu-Gi-Oh deck and then building it and then sleeving it and then like walking to the local game store and then they spend the money, they set up their mat, they take out their snacks, they get everything ready. Their opponent sits down, they roll the dice, the other guy rolls higher, they shake hands and leave.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is, man.
That's so sad.
That's so stupid.
It's very dumb, and I like Yu-Gi-Oh, but I mostly just collect the cards that I think look cool, or like the classic cards. I've actually got a really crazy collection.
Like a Red Ice fanatic.
Yeah, and yeah, my binder's probably worth like 10-15 grand at least right now. So
yeah, I need to get rid of my Magic crap. I don't think mine's that much, but like it's a bit, and I don't play it.
If you really want to invest in cards that get you a lot of money, freaking Pokemon, man. No, I propose we do Hunt Showdown trading cards next.
Oh my god.
Are you gonna go the other way? And are you gonna say I propose we introduce Pokemon to Hunt Showdown?
Even better, I'm on board.
Consumables?
I'm on
and
board.
if you roll a fucking like Magikarp, you're just screwed.
Can you imagine a Pikachu walking around with a Mosin? Like,
that's the next Battle Pass skin. It's just Pikachu. We're gonna get
I was
Fortnite
thinking,
ones.
like
Peter Griffin, guys. Come on.
Could you imagine just walking up to somebody and be like, "Pocket water devils," and throwing them out? Like,
fucking hell.
I almost spat my drink. Don't do that.
I was thinking like, oh, go ahead, Baldur.
One of my buddies keeps every time we play. He goes, "All right, so when are we getting the 3-slot weapon that's just Hellhound on a stick?" It's just,
Oh my god.
Like that's the whole
This does
thing.
bleed.
Yeah.
I was thinking like an Onyx, like you throw an Onyx from the Pokeball and it breaks the whole damn building, like rolling through it.
I think I won.
Like I think they're dead.
you get headshot from a sniper from far away.
That's one of the
anyways.
together.
Yeah,
That's
the kill view though, like instead of a hunter, it's just a Pikachu.
They're just like, wait,
He's twerking.
Dude, no.
emotes.
I
Yeah,
stop at the twerking like Fortnite dances.
So
Like
I
all
think
the
we need
line.
to add this mechanic to Hunt Showdown where
Holy shit.
Emotes win.
Dual fanning hands. That's all I have to say.
well, there's like a wheel and there's different gestures you can do, but most of them are dances, and and it plays like light music. And it'll be like the straight up like music from that time period. Could you imagine?
Oh, that would actually be funny.
Sounds totes poggers, man.
Oh my god.
Oh jeez.
And then the map shrinks, and if you're without the boundaries, like you'll die.
You're making this worse.
It started off as a funny joke, and now it's just not
Hunt is
funny.
supposed to be a worse game.
It already is. I mean, what?
No,
How did you enable a base
I teach
boosting?
middle school.
Oh, I just talked really close to the mic.
Yeah, it is. Hearing middle schoolers talk about Fortnite, it hurts me.
Instead, listen to grown adults talk about Hunt Showdown. Please make sure you share this podcast. And,
Yeah.
So
Make sure more people hear us.
Yeah.
before we go back to, we'll come back to this at the end of the podcast when
here?
nobody's listening anymore. But on a topic that people might actually listen to, I hope. So our preferred loadouts, since our audience has actually been growing significantly, actually out of control. We've hit 1,000 listens on all of our episodes, and we've hit, I think, like 60 Spotify followers. Thank you guys so much. That is crazy for a small podcast. I know that doesn't sound like much.
Yeah, we'll throw you an honorary pocket water devil for you to keep. So
I'm the guy that keeps track of our numbers for Hunt Lowdown, and you guys are killing it.
Yeah. And hey, bring Lowdown up to speed here. That they promise they'll revive. They promise.
We're really trying. We might have a weekend thing, maybe. I want to say, look,
we have a tentative plan in place.
Whether or not that works.
But since a lot of people are a little more fresh with us, not in that weird manner, but I want to talk about our favorite loadouts, just because I wonder if anybody gives a flying fuck about what we personally run as like a baseline or just something that might be a good sweaty loadout, because you might be surprised by mine. It's one I don't actually get to run because I prestige too much. I am looking forward to level 100. Mine would personally be Slate with Slugs, with obviously the Iron Eye, because that's now Iron Devastator, and the Uppercut. No fanning. I don't care to fan an uppercut. Maybe you guys are braver than me. But everything else situational. It's mostly the guns. I think the Slate Slugs is nuts.
Oh, it's fun.
Because if it was a Crown and King, people would bully me.
I have opinions on slugs.
Ty.
So I'll just be quiet.
That's okay. You can judge me.
I never take slugs. Just saying.
But Ty, I know yours is. Oh, go. Sorry.
Go.
I was just gonna say I know Tyler's is probably a Centennial starter.
Yeah, Centennial with full metal jacket. Because I like to shoot people's heads through walls. And my secondary is I like the officer brawler with high velo. Just in case people get a little too close to me, I'm gonna be like, "Whatcha!" and like
Kerchow.
blast
Only if you make that noise.
Oh, I make it every time. Trust me.
Okay, good.
What about you, Baldor?
I enjoy several. I really like. I've been playing a lot of Lamat Carbine.
Oh,
is that like your I win gun though?
No, that would be okay. If we're going the I win gun, like if I want to be a sweaty boy, is that what we're asking?
I think I know the
Yes.
answer.
Sure, yeah.
Bertha.
Yep.
Some variant of the Bertha.
Spitzer?
Half incendiary.
Oh,
it depends. Incendiary, if I'm playing the normal or stabby. If I'm playing the Marksman or the Deadeye, I'm bringing Spitzer only half, and then I'm playing an Obres.
Dang, that's
It is. I'm going to be a sweaty boy. Oh, look, long ammo plus Obres is so good because the Obres. Here's the thing: people have been sleeping on the Obres because of the uppercut precision. It's cheaper, and yes, the sway is worse, but
it's also easier to unlock too.
It also keeps the rifle. It keeps the rifle damage drop off, not the pistol one. So damage drop off doesn't start to 40 meters. If you take incendiary with it, that's 40 meters that you can one tap with that. Or
and like 90% of the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Exactly.
So if you're really good with the Obres.
Obres is so good. You also have the mace variant. So you can, if you take Bertha with the stab, and then that you also can then take deadly traps as your tools without giving up melee, which is pretty great.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have a lot of long ammo.
Gotta get that concertina poison trap combo down.
Yeah, because we are toxic.
Yeah, exactly.
Attaboy. Yeah, don't give him an inch.
Bomb.
All right, Drake, let's hear it. Let's hear the sweatiest loadout you run.
Sweatiest that I run, price doesn't matter?
Price doesn't matter.
Well, it doesn't matter regardless.
It's your I win loadout.
I think my I win loadout has to be for primary it would be base Sparks or base Martini with any pistol.
Dude's confident.
So the reason is because if you give me the ability to shoot multiple rounds in within 10 seconds, I'm going to miss majority of those shots. You give me one shot that I have to land to do anything before I reload, I'm probably going to land it. Because it's like a psychological thing, I think, because I usually land my shots with single shot guns, but not everything else.
I don't have I hit things, but I play very aggressively, and the Sparks forces me to not push sometimes, which is very, very good.
That's crazy. I think Sparks push is one of the gnarliest pushes.
That's crazy,
as long as you got a good offhand.
But
Drake and I have the cheapest of the sweaty loadouts. That's funny.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
See, the other thing I'll do is I'll take either.
Wait, do you consider Sparks sweaty over Bertha?
Well, I mean, it's his I win. It's his opinion.
I win more with it. Yeah. I mean, I've done really well with the Bertha. I was actually going to say if I were to spend extra money, maybe the Bertha, because it's still limited to only 3 rounds before a reload, but
it gives you those extra couple shots.
But also, I chew through those shots so fast.
Well, plus Baldor, if anybody was worth their salt, we'd say fucking what the hell is it? The Nitro Indulge, like every fucking person, because expensive as hell, a lot of damage, right?
I suck balls with the Nitro. I cannot
I can't hit anything with that thing.
Anything.
I'm okay with it.
That is the opposite for me. I would sooner go in like legitimately. I'd probably do better if you just gave me like a baseball bat.
Yeah, same.
Rushed a Nitro player with a baseball bat. What a damage!
I'm so bad with the Nitro. Like I can't stress this. The Nitro and the Avto, like I recognize they're very good. They're not very good in my hands.
Right.
Okay, the Opto, I can't hit anything, so I'm with you on that.
They've murdered the Avto. Like that gun.
Thank God.
Ooh,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not upset about it, but like, man, that gun is technically still in the game.
It exists, and if you're nuts,
it is an option still.
That thing is there. and it's waiting.
But good baselines. If you're a decent shot, all of those loadouts. I'm shocked I was the only shotgun, but that's because I'm a piece of crap.
No, I like
okay,
shotgun,
so one of my favorite loadouts to run, not necessarily my favorite go-to, is like a slate bayonet with like an uppercut or a Springfield Vandal with high velo. So
I
one of my
enjoy
favorites.
The joke when we first started playing was I would play basically strictly Romero packs, and then I would take a sticky bomb, and it was legitimately I would come along, and my job was to stick the boss, and that was what I was expected to do, because that was what I was capable of doing. Because when I first started, I was so bad.
And what did your friends say when you missed the sticky?
Against the spider, yeah.
Yeah, like
he's immune to it, and then you guys go do some other stuff. Well, yeah. And then they're like, "Why do you play Romero? It's only got one shot." I'm like, "Yeah, but I need the issue is I need the advantage of range over everybody else because everybody else playing shotguns. Like I need something over them."
Exactly.
The irony, by the way, of me saying I'm really bad with nitros, isn't lost on me. Because of when I met you, Baldy, it was in that quick play where I was outside, you were inside, and I just wiped the lobby with a freaking nitro.
The entire. I just kept hearing nitro shots and then death noises.
I couldn't reach you.
I was just in a little tower.
Yeah, just fearing for your life.
See, my story meeting Sleepy was a lot less beautiful. We were in middle school and we weird as fuck, and we were just like, hi.
Just like that.
Well, I think we're both friends with Richard, and so
yeah, no, there's more to it.
We were the emo kids, if anybody's wondering, like the real emo kids, like that was us. So
I wasn't real. I was undercover. I was an undercover emo kid.
Ladies, if anybody's listening, Drake is single. Hit him up while he's still available.
Or I'll get him.
Bard's been trying to get me a lady since he met me.
Bard's been trying to get you? Oh my.
Yeah, Bard's been trying to get me, but since I'm straight, he was like, "All right, well, I'll help you then."
Yeah, he'll quote unquote help you. He's gonna sabotage all of your meetups, like so he can still get you.
That's what's been happening. You're pretty good at sabotaging from all the way over there. And
nobody tell Mrs. Barch. Moving on. I actually have a great trait recommendation that I think Crytek should listen to because adrenaline is fucking useless and you haven't collapsed all of the useless traits off of all of the traits yet. Get rid of adrenaline, combine it with determination. What does everyone say?
Yep.
I think that, yeah.
I don't really have much to say other than yeah.
My only I'm thinking, give me a sec. Because I am an occasional adrenaline enjoyer.
Oh my god. It's
the issue because I die a lot. I like being able to quit when I die.
Me too.
The issue is I've kind of replaced it with Assailant. And like the benefit to adrenaline is like determination's already good. The only benefit to adrenaline is that it's one perk point, and when you pick up, you can run. If you I don't know if that's worth combining it with determination because I think that might just make. Then you have to. I think you have to bring determination up a perk point, and I think that'd just be bad.
I don't think so because I don't think adrenaline's worth a damn perk point in the first place.
Well, I guess they did already. Determination's 4 now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 4. And I think that being at 50 health is so fucking situational, especially with resilience in Necro.
I mean, I do think that is an argument, though.
What if we combined it with Poacher? Not because they make sense, but because they both suck.
I love Poacher. What are you talking about? That is a great perk.
My own co-host betrayed me.
The only 1 slot trait, or no, 2 slot trait slots that I agree with even a little bit are, what the hell is that one that solos can benefit the most off of? And then Kite Skin.
Magpie
got a huge buff for solos, and it
oh my gosh. Because okay, Vigilance, because it lets me check for deadly traps before I suicide in. And then Assailant's freaking great because throwing knives go blur.
I think
I love Assailant.
Assailant's so good.
Not just Assailant, but I think Poacher and the what's the other one where you can view the traps? Vigilant. I think those two should combine as well for one trait point.
I could see that too. Yeah, I could see that.
That'd be fine. That benefits me.
Yeah, I think it's.
I love how Drake goes, "Oh, cool." Then I get Vigilant. And I go, "Oh, cool." Then I get Poacher.
Well, because Magpie.
I love Vigilant. I think it's better than Poacher, but I still love Poacher. Let me just be clear about that.
Yeah, it still matters somewhat, at least a little bit. Well, and I just think that Kite Skin and Magpie are the only two 1-point traits that make sense to take at all.
Yeah, like at all times.
You don't take Assailant?
I
need
to play with Assailant more because you talked
throw
about
my. Well, I throw my throwing axes, man.
Yeah, but then you don't need a But then you don't need a knife because you take throwing knives, and it works the exact same as a knife. Same
but then I need a stamina shot early on because early knifing takes a lot less stamina, and that's a playstyle preference difference.
No, because it's very slightly less, and then if you run out of stamina, you just throw it.
Exactly, it still does the same.
I think we can all agree though that decoy supply is the most useless trait out of the 1 point.
Okay, I have a proposal for decoy supply. We roll it into every other trait.
It's really good. I don't disagree, but it is really good in the sense that it refills decoy fuses, which are now actually really good.
Okay, I've actually
good before.
I've seen a huge resurgence on those. Like a huge
one. Well, because they now blow up. They can kill, which isn't the big point, but they can blow up doors and windows, which is the big point.
You still need 2 or 3 of them to blow up the door, though, which is irritating to me. I'd rather it just be 1.
Yeah, but imagine doing that at a distance with just decoys.
I mean, fair.
Being able to blast the door off.
But also,
they can kill crows. They can kill crows and ducks if you cook them properly.
Wait, but it still makes the noise. So
yes, they can.
Is that there's no point there.
That's confirmed. There is a video on Reddit displaying both ducks and crows.
I mean, sure. That's more.
That doesn't seem huge, but that's good.
It's not. You're correct.
It's great.
Yeah, it's just it takes a bit of.
You heard it here. Decoy supply is too good. Crytek, please nerf it.
Yeah, you gotta nerf it, guys.
Make it worth 8 trait points, like Fanning.
I think decoy supply should be 0.4 trait points.
I think we should take it, and then because you're losing a slot, I think you should be given a point back.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Like when you respec it, it's like you have to give up a trait point. Are you sure you want to do this? I really want it gone.
Well, I have another interesting point because it's one of those ones where burning bodies is absolutely everywhere. Flare gun is pretty much a staple now, which I like. I love flare gun.
It was always a staple for me beforehand. So.
My issue is that you get more flare guns than you get choke bombs.
Yeah, I do agree with
that.
that.
That's actually a good point. One I never actually considered. So that's interesting.
I think the reason you do get less choke bombs is there is the issue of walling off areas, and where it's a tool, it's really good if you use them offensively, of course.
Right.
I'm not saying it's overpowered. I'm saying good players will take full advantage of that.
It does help to if you really need to cover revive, just choking a door and then going for revive and knowing that if they push you, hear them.
Or even choking enemies if you have no burn.
Exactly. That way you can hear them get up at least. Yeah. At the very least.
But
it does feel bad when you choke once and you're trying to play aggressive, but they're just camping a body and then you're gonna get one more choke than I am. Yeah, okay. Especially because if you're the one choking, you're down a teammate.
Yeah.
So you're like, not only am I down a teammate, but you have more burn than I have choke.
I definitely agree. One more choke wouldn't hurt. I mean, in teams it'd be way more noticeable and maybe more annoying, but I don't think it would be a huge balancing issue.
No, just take Frontiersman.
My only issue with but then you take Frontiersman with flare gun.
Exactly.
I agree.
That was the joke.
Yeah. My only issue is, do you think more choke bomb? Do you think more choke bomb means slower gameplay?
It largely depends. Well, the reason I go is
that solution.
It really is so situational. I think the arguments against it are those assholes who are vocal but I want to play even slower and max out the 45 minutes, and then I just want to punch them in the fucking face.
Yeah.
I think the better solution would be to lower the flare gun shots, because the flare gun also resupplies easier.
Yeah, two shots would be good.
Mm-hmm.
I won't argue that.
I think that's better than upping the chokes.
And before you realize they took Star Shell.
Because three fusees and 2 flare gun, because fusees still reload from the orange boxes.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Wait, they do? Oh.
Unless you take decoy supply.
Yes.
No.
Unless you take decoy. That is correct.
Is it? Wait, does it reload from decoy supply? Really?
I don't actually know.
It sounds false. If it does,
it does
be warned. Oh, damn. Well, that would have been good. The reason to take the trade is gone.
F's in chat for decoy supply, everybody. You could have gotten that extra fuse.
Fuck.
I'm going to double check right now, actually.
Yeah, that's
because I think it's the decoy tree, and the fusees are part of the I want to burn crab tree.
I will say what I was kind of getting at, Drake, feel free to interrupt when you do find the info, is I definitely think fire bombs almost don't want to exist anymore, because what's the point unless you have a hellfire bomb, which is the best throwable in the game in my opinion. You can argue, but it's an insta, and it's a large explosion and an instant 25 health burned if you don't have salve skin. But I think the other fire bombs should maybe get a firebomb like explosion, smaller, much smaller, and still have their area denial AoE. But otherwise, firebombs are trash. They just don't have a reason to exist.
The reason.
Yeah.
Wait, I think Drake has the. I think Drake has the best.
Fusees are light, by the way, so they're not decoy in any way. So therefore, they wouldn't work on that. The fire pool that the base firebombs create, just make that last longer. I think that would balance it and make it a good.
Well, the other issue with the firebombs is they used to be taken a bit because they were $18. You'd take them, and then if you don't use them, you just respin it in the water. But now they're like, how much are they now? They're a little bit more
30.
expensive, and it's like, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm taking a stick of dynamite now.
Yeah, which is way more useful. I think because I also agree with Drake's assessment of making it last longer, like a poison bomb, but that's more area denial. I think fire bombs are best used offensively if you use them at all, which is why the Hellfire bomb is my favorite. And I think having a small explosion, not to ignite a 25 bar like the Hellfire, but just to start them immediately on fire. Exactly.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's just a thought. It's a thought. Like Twitch right now. It's just nothing but thoughts, you know?
I do think you're right that the firebomb generally is just gone by the wayside thanks to the fusees and flares.
It's just not as useful. That's it.
I think I like the
what's that?
Flare gun burning. It used to be in the game. It's like the old core.
Continue,
I think I like the new being burned by flare guns. Not the speed of it, but I like that it doesn't leave the fire a little bit. Because like whenever I've used the Molotov to burn somebody, I always kind of felt bad. 'Cause I'm like, this is so much overkill for somebody who's already losing. I just want to speed up the game. Like I'm not trying to punish them horribly.
Right. Yeah.
Right. But then firebombs still maintain their if they get up they burn. But like people don't take them because that situation is so largely ignored by most people who get rezzed. Even teams, and people will be like, oh, solos, but even teams will choose a tactful time to res, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think firebombs are now largely useless, and they could use a little love. I don't want to see firebombs meta, for fuck's sake.
Well, that's why their price was increased. They were meta for a bit.
They were, yeah. You're not wrong.
Oh, easy. Just bring back Blazeborn, and people will take that, throw it at their feet, and stand in it to heal.
Just permanently bring back Blazeborn. We've got the solution, guys.
Yeah.
Well, make salve skin so that small what is it called? Hellfire explosion is negated unless it's a Hellfire bomb.
Do you think if Blazebone came back and you only can't get set on fire when you're upright, do you think that would be too good?
So like when you're down, you still get on fire?
Yeah, you remove the auto cauterization, you move the you can't get burned down.
I think it'd be okay. Because then it would still push them out of the match. But still let Soft Skin work the way it's supposed to, but...
Yeah. Okay, right. I was just curious. Because I feel like the book compared about Blazebone wasn't just the healing and the you can't burn, it's the camping burned or downed, and not being able to bleed. Like, two of the status effects
all of that combo is just like, really?
And then you take a nano shot, you're like, I'm playing a different game.
I'm on a different level from all of you.
On a higher plane of existence.
I want to get into a quick controversial topic because I definitely think that people will argue me. But Scrapbeak is just the reskinned Butcher changed my mind.
Yeah, because the butcher makes you bleed. The butcher steals all the items in the compound.
That's the only difference.
Are you familiar with the meme? You're not just wrong, you're stupid.
Okay, so they have the same swing, the same one-arm swing.
Oh, you mean animations?
Yeah.
Well, mechanics generally, except for the status effects. Because if you think about it, he's not wrong. The Butcher throws fireballs, sets you on fire. The Scrappy throws Concertina, sets you on bleed, right? That was on purpose.
Yeah,
he also gets faster, and he does the double swing when he's angry.
There are other things.
The Butcher doesn't get faster.
He definitely feels faster when he's on the last bar.
He I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure he does.
But I have to check now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
Chat, am I big dumb?
If that's the only difference, that's a shitty difference.
Look, here's the thing. Scrappy affects PvP. Scrappy strictly better.
I never said one wasn't better.
Also, the fact that you can
that's why I said
effectively erase the like fire aspect from the Butcher by throwing a choke at him. You can't do that to Scrappy. So there is that. That makes Scrappy more dangerous.
And Scrappy's the same. Chicken. Scrappy's a chicken.
Wait,
it's so much cooler.
Is Scrappy on fire for you guys? I haven't had to negate his fire yet.
Did
I say Scrappy?
I just think animation-wise and attack-wise, they act identical.
Yeah,
and then Scrappy takes everything in a 200-meter radius.
If you would have opened up with that on top of your statement, I would have agreed with you.
See, that's why I open up to let people make their arguments, and then I make my argument, which is sound, and then they're like, "Oh."
Yeah, but
I know what you were going for from the get-go.
So what you're saying is you just wanted to make us look stupid by not telling us.
I didn't make Baldur. I did not
make
Baldur look stupid. I did not make him look stupid.
No, I did that all by myself.
But it was literally just a funny, controversial topic. It's not that deep.
No. It's funny. It's what it is.
I think this up in the last one, but like,
yeah, we did.
I want a boss rework so bad.
I do too. 3.
Because let's face it, the bosses are currently Scrappy with some sort of mechanic. Oh hey, it's the Butcher. I can kill this easily. Oh hey, it's the assassin. If I've got a stamina shot, cool, I can kill this easily. If I don't, god dang, he's gonna run away from me and be an annoying little muppet.
Yeah.
Or the spider. Oh, you're gonna run away from me, be an annoying little muppet. Like those are the options right now. Oh, Rotjaw, you exist technically.
Kind of, yeah. You're just kind of there, yeah.
You're the afterthought, boss.
Okay, here's what I want. I want to fight all 3 bosses at the same time, and they're fighting each other. It's like chaotic. Oh my gosh.
I'd be down, bro. That'd be so much fun.
It's the battle royale, but it's between you choose a boss.
You're actually on the outskirts taking bets.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're betting money.
Well, I definitely think that Scrapbeak and Butcher feel different enough. I just wanted to make that point. That's all.
No, that was a funny point.
The fact that they both run at you a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember. I think it might have been Richard was like, we should have a map with 3 contracts instead of 1, and I was like, that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense because people would leave, and then somebody was like, "But one exit though," and I was like, "Okay, now you're speaking my language."
Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I had an idea.
I
when
was
it comes
with
to the
it.
Can you imagine the extract camping?
It would be so bad, but that would be kind of part of the fun.
Yeah, it would be.
I mean,
It
on
was
the granted
seasonal.
that it wouldn't be a surprise. Like you're like, it's gonna happen. I know somebody's gonna be there.
It's
I'm
seasonal.
prepared for it.
Yeah, so you would only have to face it once in a while. That way, it's an option.
It'd almost be like a before going to the boss, you go to extract and be like, make sure it's clear, and then you go to the boss. Don't waste the time killing boss, then get extract him.
Speaking of extracts, I had this idea a long time ago, but what if the extract, when a team left, it moved? It's like as if they took that extract, so it's gone now, and then somewhere else on the map, another one comes in. So therefore, you're always having to like look around for where it is.
But then you just had the people who get in and extract right away.
I mean, yeah, that could happen. I mean,
I had a slight idea because what is it? Poacher makes placing traps silent. What if Poacher also gave you like a slight vibration in your ear in the direction of a trap? Not so obvious that you knew immediately, but for good players, they could hear it and go, "Oh, there might be a trap nearby."
Could you imagine how annoying that is, though, if you're trying to like creep into a boss lair and like you already know the traps, that you're like, "Please shut up! Please shut up! Please shut up!"
That's why I said subtle. I said
that'd be
subtle.
more vigilant, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was
we're combining them.
Oh yeah, right. We're combining them.
Yeah, well, in it, more people would even bother taking the son of a bitchin' thing.
I can't believe we fixed Hunt Showdown today.
Yes, with the kill streaks.
I feel like we broke it way more than Crytek ever could. So.
Oh, don't say that.
That's not okay. Yeah, they'll accept that challenge and they'll prove me wrong.
Oh man, that means that Hellhound kill streak that I invented, they could all run in for you when you get it, and they could set off all the traps for you. Genius.
It is genius.
That is.
Can you imagine sitting in the boss lair and you just see somebody like act like some sort of like kill streak like activation noise of like flooding into dogs, and then you just see like a dog into the deadly trap and die, and you're just like, what just happened? That'd be hilarious.
That's a different branch of Hunt Showdown that I need as a separate EXE.
I know people have talked about the tone issues. I think that would fix all the tone issues. That.
Oh, you're right.
We need more ridiculous Fortnite skins. So
we're making our way.
We need like balloons TD6 where the zombies also get skins.
What about what's it called? What about the like stickers that you can like put on walls and crap?
Oh no!
Oh, the sprays.
Yeah, we're getting sprays.
Oh my gosh!
You just spray it on a Solo's feet. That you placed a concertina trap on his feet, so when he gets up, he looks at it and just dies.
Well, no, we could do it, guys. You could do it like for the what's it called for the packs, because we talked about how like the packs need more flavor. That's the flavor. The flavor is your exclusive pack spray.
That's so dumb.
Jeez.
You're just jealous you didn't think of it.
Yeah, but speaking of packs, I'm so glad you said that, because there is a subject that I definitely want to get to before we come to a close, because it was the golden boy of this whole event besides the katana, arguably. The True Shot was supposed to be a competitor to the packs. I mean, do we think so?
It's just better.
Yeah,
it's
just better.
A competitor to the packs?
It's supposed to be a competitor to the packs, or the packs True Shot, the uppercut.
Oh, I thought you said, like,
you said True Shot was
the True Shot. I misworded. The True Shot is supposed to be a competitor to the uppercut. Sorry,
just all up on your ass about
that. If it's got more range,
I'm a little buzzed.
High velo.
But I definitely think budget-wise, sure, but it's not a true competitor.
I would say it's a true competitor, but there are upsides to taking that.
I feel like the uppercut's just better. Like with the scenarios when I take the True Shot, and when I'm like playing a long range loadout and I want a mid range gun and I don't have Quartermaster, so I want like a pistol that'll like carry me in mid to close range, because then it's fast fire rate and stuff is pretty good. But like I don't, or if I'm on a budget, I'm playing a shotgun. Yeah, packs True Shot. I freaking hate the Joker pistol though. Like it looks so dumb. I want to like it, but it looks so dumb.
The Joker pistol.
It's the it's the pants pistol. It's the one he pulls out in the '89 Batman.
Yeah.
Brad's gonna be mad if I don't say it. The Pax Nokia.
The Pax what?
Oh,
the Pax Nokia.
Like
Pinocchio?
Pinocchio?
Yeah, he calls it Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying Nokia, like the phone. I'm like,
That's what I heard too.
Yeah, I don't get it.
At first, I heard that. Yeah.
So what's the major difference between uppercut and true shot? It is
range.
The headshot distance and the
range.
reload speed.
Yeah, range.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah,
and that's
the only
reason. Either two tap headshot are both better on the uppercut. Fire rate's worse, but
the only competitive thing is definitely the reload.
Oh, I said that wrong. I was looking at this wrong. Sorry. Go ahead.
What were you looking at?
I was looking at the stats of this and the red and green arrows to signify what was better and worse between the uppercut and the true shot, and I got it wrong. I was looking at the wrong things.
The true shot is definitely a better reloader, which makes it competitive, but the range, and that's kind of the only thing that makes a lot of guns extremely viable in certain situations, is range.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just it's not. I like what is added to the game. It's not a competitor to the uppercut. I think the only gun that really competes with the uppercut in the same niche is the Specs pistol.
I agree.
I mean, yeah, that's long ammo, so yeah.
And even then, because people will be like, the Lamat, upper mat. Yeah, when have I seen that fucking thing in game? Besides
I will say
time.
also, hey, here's a PSA of niche gun I've been enjoying really well. With the velocity increase on the Lamat, if you take FMJ Lamat, you basically have built your own 9-shot packs, which is pretty good. And then you can take a Stash Shell for $5, and then you can free up a tool shot slot for not having to take a flare gun, and you can burn.
PSA, baby.
It's pretty good.
That's actually a really good point. I like that. Well, not to mention the Lamat shotgun on even the pistol.
Oh, it's a rifle.
Actually really good.
Yeah, it's actually respectable now. It's weird. It always feels wrong when I fire
weird.
it. Like, I've gotten kills with it, and like every time I go, is something wrong? Like that wasn't just a wet noodle.
Like I wasn't imagining that. I killed him.
Yeah, crazy is you could bring 2 of them in dualies and just
you can build your own rifle hand cannon.
Have a makeshift rival.
Oh yeah, but that was actually extremely surprising that they decided to buff it. I'm not saying it's a bad buff. It was just one of the most whoa, I guess I didn't know I wanted it.
I've been wanting a Lamat buff, but it's been the entire thing of I wasn't sure what it was. The muzzle velocity was the right play. I think it was a very good one. Because I think damage would have been a bad idea to buff it.
Absolutely.
I think fire rate would have been bad. Because then it's getting fast then. So I think muzzle velocity is a very, very, very good change for it. Especially with having a carbine variant. Lamat carbine now is so much fun. It's got a really good headshot range, so you can kind of compete at range. It's got the muzzle velocity that's faster than a Winnie. With FMJ, it's pretty comparable to a Winnie Vetterli Martini. And it's the shotguns I think it might be the same as a full-size rifle, but it's a respectable shotgun on it. And yeah, it's really, really good. And it's 130. It's only a little bit slower than the Winnie. It's ooh.
That's what I've been saying for ever. I love the Lamat carbine.
Well, it didn't have the Lamat carbine was not helped when they first released it. That the sights were misaligned, the fire rate was slower, and it had a lower muzzle velocity.
Vetterli too.
When it first came out, they're
Yeah, Vetterli had misaligned sights too. There were a couple guns, man, that the nerds really broke the numbers down and went, if you fix it, it's slightly to the left. And they weren't wrong though. They weren't.
Right.
That's the funny part.
Nerds.
Dude, praise the nerds, honestly. Except for the ones that wanted the fucking katana in the game, you fucking idiots.
No, you
cowboys with katanas.
I freaking love the katana. It should be this. The issue is I love the katana. I love the katana. It should have been a sword for the base skin, and the katana should be a skin. I don't understand.
See, that's what I originally thought they were going to do when
Well, like they even added it in as like a DLC. Like they added the skin to the DLC. So like, why not just make it a sword and then you already have your katana skin right off?
Too close to a cavalry saber, I guess.
No, just have it called like a claymore. So. You just have it be like a big old
two-handed sword.
Yeah. Claymore at the door. I'm coming in.
Just a freaking Zweihander.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I've been playing Katana Merciless Berserker, and the funniest thing about that is you can like just murder doors, and you can do like the hero's Johnny and just go 1 attack, 2 attack. I'm coming in. Hello.
Like I'm inside now.
Absolutely bonkers. That would be funny as hell.
It's great.
Does anybody have any little wrap-up things that they'd like to add? We've been going for just about 2 hours, so I think it's about time for a good wrap-up. Sorry, boys.
I have a small question for Tyler. You said Officer Brawler was one of your favorite guns?
Yeah.
What skin?
Ooh.
A blue bourbon.
Oh, blue bourbon. Okay.
My man. That's my favorite.
That's it.
From name alone.
I don't know why that was. I was so intrigued by that, but
I may be a drunk, but that's not the only reason I like that one.
All right, I want a loadout here. I want everybody's budget loadout that you go to.
Ooh, okay, I like that.
Budget? Okay.
You start. Wait, no, Baldur start. He improvised.
Yeah, you had the question. Yeah.
Okay, I would go either Lamat Carbine and then whatever that crap I have laying around. For secondary.
Give us a pistol. Okay.
Gotta be more specific.
My issue is if I'm going pistol would be what. So I hate to say it, but if we're going budget, probably an Nagant, just because it's the cheapest one, and you're just taking it for reserves. I think ideally it'd be the new enemy or the officer, but they're like 4 times the cost if we're going budget.
Right. Yeah.
And then the sweaty one that I think everybody's thinking is Spouts and the new enemy or officer.
That's a good one.
Because that's like $200 and it's very good.
Well, Drake, you're the other Lowdown member. Let's hear your opinion.
Sure. For budget, my preferred is Springfield, base Springfield, and a PAX.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's super cheap and it just works.
And
the thing works.
And if you have the scratch for some custom ammo, they both share.
Yeah.
That was my exact loadout.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll swap the packs out for a Schofield, but that's situation.
Tyler, are you not going?
I love the packs.
Centennial? It's only 130.
Well,
he's talking mega budget. I mean,
okay.
When we talk budget, I was thinking the cheapest possible, but that I still like. So that's.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's where I was going with too.
I might go Romero packs then. I don't know. That's mega budget.
Romero packs is solid.
Yeah.
Well, I still think Lamat Carbine was a solid option. Honestly,
the issue is the reason I like the Lamat Carbine is like it doesn't matter what you take as the secondary, and it's 130, which I consider budget. But like you're gonna take a secondary, which might take it out of mega budget. Is the issue?
Right.
Mine might be surprising, but mine has definitely evolved with the current economy. Winnie C and a Lamat, because the Lamat pistol is a respectable shotgun now.
Yeah,
fair.
Got their nice buffs.
And love rings common.
You can now use your freaking last resort pistol with style. Oh yeah.
Yes.
One of the best skins in the whole game.
Is your favorite Lamat skin the last resort?
Yeah, of course.
I love Papa Roach.
Okay, brass flower is beautiful too.
Brass look, Lamat's got good skins. Is the silver of the Jaina and Ethel? I think it's Ethel's the silver one is great. Brass flower is great, and then I really like what's the red one? Unkempt, I think.
It's clean, yeah. It's silver and red, yeah. My favorite's actually the Hunter's Guide. It's kind of rugged looking.
Is that a new one?
I forget where I got it because I never remember.
Hunter's Guide.
Is that like the brown like earthy one?
Yeah.
Oh, clickety clack.
I think that's a new one from this update.
Hunter's Guide is actually from one of the DLCs. I forget exactly which one.
So I kind of thought it was
Iron Bark.
That was. I actually liked that DLC.
I did too. I like Beaver Man.
I haven't gotten so many of the. There hasn't been a DLC that I've really liked.
Really, you're crazy.
Yeah, I haven't bought it. The last DLC I bought was a while ago.
I bought the Miko for the Katana skin, and that's basically it.
Yeah, I haven't bought a ton of the old ones in a long time.
Like basically, I have them up until they came out with the Asylum one, and then like I basically have gotten like 1 or 2 since then because I haven't liked any of them.
Yeah,
they've all felt very samey. Of like, oh, here's a dude in brown and black.
Yeah, and the gun is just wrapped in leather, like on this one area. Yeah, the last DLC I bought was Grandma, so that was a while ago.
I'm tempted by the American flag one because patriotism.
Okay, yeah, that
weird.
Which one's that?
It's Lost Salvage.
Yeah, it's the sailor dude.
Yeah.
Oh, the sailor dude.
For the Terminus is what he's talking about.
Here's the issue: is I have every single one of them because I'm a heathen.
Me too.
I don't remember the names of any of them. You have to like describe the hunter for me to be like, oh, that guy. You know what I mean?
What's the American flag one for?
It's for the Terminus.
Yeah, that's why I didn't get it because I really like Last Estate, and I'm like,
yeah, that one's too pretty.
Yeah, I like the Estate from.
I don't really use the Terminus anyway, so I wouldn't use it very much. But
I really like it with Flechette. It's fun.
Oh,
people miss Somnus.
Sorry,
Somnus is so.
The issue with Somnus is there's like a weird like skull or something on it that I noticed, and like I can't unsee it now, and I freaking hate it.
What?
Like I love the rest of it, but there's like this one detail that like stares into my soul, and I'm like, get away from me.
That's the one skin I would pay an absurd amount of money just to get my hands on. I don't care. I want it, and I wasn't playing the game when it came out. Like it.
Somnus
that is the skin I would. It basically grinding for that skin basically burned me out from Hunt for like a year.
Oh no, there it is. I see it now.
That's why I would buy it for an absurd amount.
Where is it?
If I could, I would give it to you.
Oh, it's got like a face.
Yeah, the face on top.
Yeah, I hate the face. I hate the face so much.
The face is fine. It's just goofy.
No, the face is bad.
I just don't see it. I just look at the sides. That's it. Look at the sides.
Yeah.
Let me see the face. Hang on, I don't.
It's on the top of the gun, like right above Somnus.
It's like a derpy ass face with wings.
Yeah,
I think it's cool. It looks like freaking Victorian and scary. Like,
I don't want it to be spooky. I want it. Look, you have to understand. My aesthetic is like I want to play a paladin. If
he's
I'm
the
playing
paladin and I'm the vampire.
Yeah.
I usually play paladins too.
I'm like, get the frick out! I don't want to be spooky. I want to be a good man, and I want to help people, and I want to wear white and gold armor.
See, I'm that way too, except for my aesthetics. I like to be edgy. I'm an emo boy, but I like to be pure good. So,
yeah, I'm kind of the same.
It's pretty funny though.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite D&D character concepts somebody had is like you walk in, it's like the edgy like the drow in the corner who's like glowing at everybody as they like look as they like spin like a dagger in their hand. All this, and then what's actually going on is they're like just really shy, so they're off in the corner and they're trying to like read like the inscription on it, and like they just I'm like that's adorable. I love that.
Their knife is their fidget toy.
Yeah.
That is
my emotional support knife.
It's cute.
Emotional support knife.
Oh my god. All right. Is that all we have for finisher subjects?
So.
Sure.
Yeah? Okay. Awesome.
Oh, wait. I don't know your guys' favorite hunters.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, god dang it.
Lose Mala.
Do I have to choose one?
You can give me a couple.
Okay. Gunslinger I like a lot. I think it's
good one.
No, sorry, Steel Eye. It's Steel Eye, not Gunslinger. They came out at the same time.
Steel Eye is the Twitch one, huh?
Steel Eye is it's what's his face? Have you guys played Resident Evil Village?
Yes.
Oh, geez.
Heisenberg looking guy.
Yeah, it's Heisenberg. I'm playing Nick Cage in a cowboy hat. This is hilarious.
Hell yeah.
And then I really like the Sovereign and the North Star. I like the Plague Doctor.
Wait. Which North Star? There's two.
He said the Sovereign and the North Star.
Yeah, I play both.
Never mind.
A lot of times my buddy and I actually like duo up with them. So like we'll each take one.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really neat. I like Plague Doctor, and then I feel like I'm forgetting one. Plague Doctor's great.
Lose Mala, Prescient, and Infected. I almost never play the Prescient these days though.
Mine's the Cowl now, or whatever the fuck he's named.
I do
the
like
assassin one because he's got
awesome.
packing fucking heat in them pants.
Oh, I guess I do like
dick.
I do like Hayali as well.
I like Heaven except for his first person view.
Wait, who?
Kevin.
Oh, Kevin.
The false prophet
yeah,
or whatever.
I know
Who has
you're talking about.
The goofy, just normal name. Hi, I'm Kevin.
Oh, the false prophet. The guy with the e-boy haircut.
Yeah. The issue is I don't the stitches make me they give me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, me too. I can't play it because I don't like that. It freaks me out.
I'm so excited to get the skin, and then I played one match with it, and they went, "Ooh, never mind."
Yeah, I have a weird thing with veins, so that creeps me out.
The Iron Bark made me laugh when I first saw him because
he's awesome.
When
he grew on me.
I bought him, and then at the lobby screen, you know how they do their little special intro animation or whatever. I had kitted him up with guns and stuff, and I go to the thing, and he's holding an axe and flipping it around him, and I'm like, I didn't equip an axe. It fooled me. I was like, what happened? I was about to click on the button to modify Hunter to go look at my loadout because I was like, I know I didn't put an axe on me, and then I see him chuck it off to the side, off screen. And I was like, I just bust out laughing. I was like, that's great.
You're like, oh gosh, he knows what I'm doing.
The animations, for the captain where he stands up and shoves all the people off him.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Also, here's a fun one. If you guys weren't aware, I actually misspoke on the last podcast because I said that the katana came with 7 animations. I lied. It's actually 9 because you also have your lobby one with a pull out the katana.
Oh,
you're
true.
But that's 8, Bodo. What are you talking about? If you play, first of all, if you play the Sovereign, which is a Eastern themed skin, so people are going to play the katana with it. He's glitched, so he doesn't hold it correctly, which is hilarious. However, the Ronin has a unique katana animation.
The Ronin and the female one who came with the katana skin. Yeah, she also has it too.
So good. So the 2 Japanese ones have. So they actually came out with another 2 animations I'd forgotten about.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Which is a lot of work.
I love it.
Fucking fires.
I think we discovered that with you, Drake, actually, when you were playing as Santa Claus, I believe. Was that
you? Think so.
Love the Santa. I forgot about the Colbert. I love the Colbert.
Yeah.
I want him so bad. I want to play Santa.
Real quick, the reason I say the cowl he's packing, turn him sideways.
Oh, I saw. I saw.
I'm just saying for the viewers, turn him sideways, look at his dog, and you'll see what we're talking about. He's packing.
Your favorite's Hawkshot Jack, though, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I'm joking.
You know how the assassin throws, shoots the darts out? Where do you think the extra dart comes from on the cowl?
Oh, shit!
He just pelvic thrusts.
That is some very special bleed damage, my friend.
But yeah, Hawkshot Jack and Sheriff Hard On.
Oh gosh,
not hard in, hard on. He's always on.
I will say I do like. I love and hate what's his name, Viper, where he's got 4 stages.
Yeah,
but I only like what I
sexy
like
toes.
I was gonna say you like him for his feet.
And what I hate is the feet.
Wait,
I like the stage 3. No, he's not wearing shoes, and
stage 3 is awesome.
Hates the garbage out of him.
I love basket face.
Guys, I forgot the meta one. I'm sorry. The meta legendary skin is you play Beekeeper and then all hive bombs.
Oh
yeah. Hell yeah.
The bees.
My favorite is my all-time favorite is Hail Mary, and then I play a lot of Reaper too. I like the edgy skins. So.
Oh,
that's fair.
What's the one, the Halloween skin that's the woman with the big
Mama May. Okay, Scratch Reaper.
Her. I hate Reaper. I hate Mama May so much.
No,
I think it's an awful skin.
Mama May and Hail Mary are my 2 favorite characters to play as.
I also play as them. What is it? Is it Researcher? I think because she's got the big skirt thing that always glitches
archaeologist,
out and it makes me laugh.
Or no.
No, archaeologist.
I think it's archaeologist. The white with the big brim hat.
No. Oh, Lorena Zare, I think is what you're.
Lorena Zare, thank you. Archaeologist is different, but she's got the huge cloak and it always glitches out and it's always fun.
Yeah.
It shoots straight into the air for no reason and it looks and you always go, what is that? It happens with other cloaks too, but that's the consistent one.
She's one of the easiest ones to spot.
No Kane mains here.
Real quick call out just to see if they even listen this far. Waiting for other players. The console players podcast. You motherfuckers, when you said a B addition to the bow and arrow, I want to fucking slap you for saying that. That's
Wait, like it shoots like bees.
Yeah, dumb fucking idea. Dumb fucking
no,
idea. Don't do that.
Unironically, I like that.
Oh my god, I'm slapping you too.
I actually do too, but like only give you like one or two shots.
Yeah.
I'm impartial. I mean,
stupid idea. We don't need more chasing things.
The stupid is the point, please.
Oh, fuck.
Episode 17.
We recorded 17?
18, but 17 was called.
No.
The stupid was the point.
Good God.
Talk about the baseball bat.
Well,
I thought we were on like
you boys.
2.
Well, if you want to hear these two argue further, trust me, Lowdown is the place for you. And they also get off topic a lot, which is even more fun. But I want to thank all of it, at least to me, I enjoy it.
Thanks for having us on, though. It's fun.
But thank you all so much. If you've even made it this far, please go give Lowdown some love if you haven't already. Because yes, their episode's out. I know it's a little hard to track at times. They're back. And we also are big friends of theirs. And we like to play with them from time to time. If you catch any of our socials, Lowdowns or ours, you're welcome to catch a game with any of us whenever we're available. But we want to thank you all so much for tuning into this episode and our ramblings, because we went every fucking where with this episode.
Yeah.
But you are all so amazing. And as Tyler would tell you,
stay hunting.
And now Lowdown has to say it because they're guests.
Oh gosh, I wasn't prepared.
It's your job, Nick.
Don't forget to bring your drugs into the bayou.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Stay hunting.
Stay hunting.
Do it for them. Stay hunting.